Hello everyone, it's World Cricket Chat in collaboration with crickquiz.com. I'm Suneer Chowdhary and I have with me our tarot reader Shruti Chopra. Hey Shruti, how's it going for you?
Hey Suneer, it's going really good.
Shruti, it's a final qualifier with the Gujarat Lions taking on the Sunrisers Hyderabad. I've been quite impressed with the Lions reaching the stage. What about you? How's it been for you?
Yes, Suneer, I completely agree. I have been too. But the Gujarat Lions finished at the top of the table and had their chances against the Royal Challengers Bangalore. What went wrong for the Lions in that game?
But to be fair to the Gujarat Lions, they did a lot of things right in that game despite batting first. They had the Royal Challengers Bangalore in a lot of bother at 29 for 5. Dismissed Virat Kohli for a duck after having shown the big bat of Chris Gale isn't that big after all. Unfortunately for Gujarat, they were left without too many attacking options with the ball once Dhawal Kulkarni's spell was done. But one cannot be sure if anything would have worked anyway, given the way AB de Villiers batted in the game. In the end, I think scoring a sub-160 score against a powerful Bangalore batting lineup was at the core of their problem.
Which player or players do you think needs to get going to fire the Lions into the final?
Well, Dwayne Bravo picked up 15 wickets in the 14 games that he's played this tournament. But the sense one has got from watching him is his lack of wickets when the going has gotten tough. Plus, his economy rate this season has been 8.88, not earth-shattering by any means. Add to that he scored just 79 runs as an all-rounder with the bat at an average of 11.28, and we're looking at a very below-par performance from Dwayne Bravo. So looking forward to Bravo taking up a bigger role as a senior all-rounder in the side for this game. What does the tarot predict for the Gujarat Lions this time?
Well, Suneer, the Lions are expecting things to go wrong for them. It's strange because they understand their strengths and their weaknesses. They will know how to create the right balance too. Yet they may just believe that something is about to go wrong. And you know what? It may just. Batting appears too defensive at the start, but this stabilizes. As momentum builds, the Lions lose direction again. On the other hand, their bowling starts well and even manages to capitalize on some opportunities presented by the opposition. But again, I don't see their death over bowling being effective enough, but their fielding certainly could be. What do you make of the Sunrisers Hyderabad showing in their game against the Kolkata Knight Riders?
I've been very impressed by the Sunrisers Hyderabad in their eliminator. The change to bring back Vipul Sharma in place of Karan Sharma paid off immediately when he hit those two towering sixes in the last over after the Hyderabad middle order had shown signs of firing for a change. Yuvraj Singh rolled back all those years with his 30 ball 44 and then had that direct hit to run Colin Munro out from point. Even Gautam Gambhir acknowledged that to be the turning point of the encounter.
And then there's obviously Bhuvaneshwar Kumar.
Of course, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who now holds the purple cap too after those 3 wickets against Kolkata Knight Riders. When he burst onto the scene, Bhuvi was a classic swing bowler, used to love bowling those outswingers with the new ball, and then came back well with the old ball to restrict the opposition in the death over. But he lost all of that following an ankle injury last year, had a very woeful 2015 in that sense. The good news for India and the Indian fans is that Bhuvi of old seems to be back. And that has been one of the stories of the tournament for me. So advantage Hyderabad in that sense.
So any other players to watch out for?
Well, Ben Cutting wafted at the first ball that he faced and was stumped against Kolkata, but I think he's a lot better than that. He came back well later to bowl 3 overs for 14, and he could be the one player to make all the difference to the Hyderabad side in the middle of the innings. I'm just hoping Warner and company continue to play him in this game. Shruti, Warner and his team managed to overcome the Kolkata Knight Riders with much ease. Can they do the same against the Gujarat Lions?
Well, Suneer, the Sunrisers seem to have their own set of problems. It's not all so clean and simple. So they're aggressive and their strategies are instinctive too. They may not go into the game with firm plans. Instead, they will look to be sensible and play into the situation. Now to their set of problems. These will mainly be seen in their batting, in those middle overs during which they could lose their footing. It's as if they'll get disorientated. But they will manage to regain some stability and end on a more positive note. The bowlers will create the right problems for the opposition. In fact, it's their steadiness that could be the key difference. So, Suneer, who do you think will join the Royal Challengers Bangalore for the finals on Sunday?
Time and again, we have seen momentum accounting for absolutely nothing in this season's IPL. Even Bangalore, who had such a brilliant run, could have gone down to Gujarat in their previous match. But given how well Hyderabad bowled and won despite being no meaningful contribution with the bats of either David Warner or Shikhar Dhawan, and given how Hyderabad have choked Gujarat twice in this tournament with their excellent bowling, I have to go with them again. And I think they're also, as you rightly mentioned, a very steady side that knows what their pluses and minuses are. What about you, Shruti? What's your call on this?
Well, it's very tough to rule out the Gujarat Lions of this one, simply because they will compete till the end. But Taro is going with the team that should manage to finish things off with a tad bit better confidence. So it's Taro advantage the Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Great, we agree again.
Yes.
But that's all we have for the second qualifier of this IPL season. We'll be back for the finals podcast on Saturday. Until then, don't forget to subscribe.